Here we go, continuing our ongoing little discussion on Henry Hazlitt's definitive book, Economics in One Lesson. Joining me to discuss chapter number 8, Spread the Work Schemes, is none other than Terry Jones and Yaron Brook, as always. All right, spread the work schemes. Who had the joke about it? You had the joke about it. We were talking before, your father.
Yeah, when I was a kid, my father went to work for the Union Pacific Railroad, and I remember it quite well, going to visit him one day at work and seeing these guys at the back of the train on the caboose. And I said, Dad, what are those guys doing there? And he says, they're doing nothing. And I said, but I thought you said they were workers. Well, they are. It's called featherbedding. And this was a typical union practice back then. They had to have a certain number of people doing a certain job, even if only one person needed to do it. And it was quite wasteful and made shipping goods from East Coast to West very expensive, and it made travel very expensive on trains. And it wasn't until years later, when they deregulated the railroads, and they, not by coincidence, put the unions out of business on that, that they finally became competitive, and you were able to ship things. And
you also see this historically in the idea of number of hours per week to work, and things. We'll lower the number of to 35 hours to keep employment high. Yaron?
The French tried that, right?
Yes.
They kept the work hours to 30, and they thought unemployment would go away, and of course it increased. And that's the fallacy here. The fallacy is that every time you featherbed, there's a cost to that. You have to pay these people. That is capital. That is money that could be used for other really productive endeavors. So by keeping these two guys doing nothing on the job, you're actually destroying more than two jobs or more productive jobs elsewhere. The point is that in a free economy, in a truly free market, you obviously don't get featherbedding. In a truly free market, there is an unlimited number of jobs. As long as there are human wants, as long as we desire stuff, there's always the capacity to produce and create and discover new things and become more efficient and more productive and use machinery, as we described before. Government doesn't have to make jobs. Jobs come about because of out of the free market, because of supply and demand. It's a simple proposition.
This is sort of the flip side of the curse of machinery chapter in a way, because there's the fear of machines, and then there's the spreading of work amongst a lot of people. Wouldn't you say they're related?
Absolutely. Yes, we do have fewer people working on the railroad. We have more people working in the computer industry. We have a lot more people working in occupations that pay more and require higher skills. These are not only not bad jobs, they're great jobs, and we should be celebrating this process of creation and destruction of jobs. Destroy the low-end jobs and ship them elsewhere, and create high-end jobs and raise our standard of living.
And those high-end jobs are created by leaving people free to be entrepreneurs, free to invent new products, free to experiment, to try, to start businesses, to fail, to succeed. Freedom is the key to job creation, not government intervention.
All right, thanks so much. You got to click back for lesson 9, right? You got to keep on going, because it's all going to become clear. Lesson number 9 is disbanding troops and bureaucrats.